So after a dynamic warm-up, Dylan's going to perform the bench press, which targets the pec muscles along with the triceps. He's going to show a proper form press as he's going straight down and up, hands equally length on the bar. Notice he's not bouncing off the chest, using momentum to push it up. His back is flat on the bench. Typically, bad formation, you'll see a big arch in the back. Feet are flat on the ground. That's another good cue for proper position. Typically, you want to work your muscles 2 days a week. That helps bone intensity along with increasing lean mass.
Alright, so the next lift we're going to go into is the back squat. And it's really important to warm up your legs before you start doing anything like a back squat, because if you don't, it's really easy to tear a muscle like your quad. And when you're doing heavy weight, like maxing or low repetitions, if you have a spotter, you would want the spotter to be behind you and support the bar on your way up if you're struggling. Now Dylan's going to perform a proper squat. You want an arch in your back. Usually an indicator of heavy weight is you have a round back. Show them a round back. That's improper form. Also, when you're going down, you want all of the weight in your heels, so that way you push through your heels up in the motion. And this also is specific to your quad. You can do hamstrings by doing hamstring curls and other things like that. Also, there's safety bars here too. If you do manage to not come up with the weight, those are always there, so that way the weight doesn't fall back or fall back onto you.
This is our next exercise. It's a bicep curl. It's an isolation exercise, which means it just works one muscle group, the biceps, compared to a compound bench press, which works the chest and triceps. Dylan's going to show us here proper form. Keep your elbows in tight, straight up. He's not swinging his back. You should see a lot of people at the gym doing that, which means they're lifting way too heavy. You could also do dumbbell curls or cable curls. There's a bunch of different variations.
The next workout we're going to do is tricep rope pull down. It's another example of isolation, and it helps work the tricep muscles and make them strong. And Dylan is going to show us an example of a tricep pull down. When you do it, you want to make sure your elbows stay close to your body, and full extension when you go down. Make sure you bring the rope apart and tighten your muscles when you go down. It's always better to do less weight with perfect form instead of doing heavy weight with improper form.
Alright, so this lift is going to be a lateral raise, and this is isolating one of the three heads of your deltoid. There's the front delt, middle delt, and rear delt. So for these lateral raises, you just want to bring dumbbells straight out from your side. Poor form can be using almost any momentum. It just wants to be all shoulders doing the raise. That's an example of poor form. Another way to work part of your delt, which is the front delt, is to, instead of bringing the dumbbells out to your side, bringing them forward in front of you. Again, poor form would be using momentum, anything other than isolating your front delt. Now to get your rear delt, Dylan can bend over, have the dumbbells lengthwise, and you want to squeeze your shoulder blades back, squeezing and isolating the rear delt. Yeah. Alright, so those were all some examples of workouts to increase muscular strength. Again, you want to do low reps, because once you start getting into high reps like 12, you're worried more about toning rather than muscular strength, and that's muscular endurance. Also, one of the biggest injury prevention is stretching and form. With those two, you're almost guaranteed to not hurt yourself.
Strength training is also pretty good. It helps the density of bones, so as you get older, your bones are more stable and durable. It also helps you increase your lean mass, which helps you metabolize food quicker at rest.
Also, if you really want to get stronger, make sure you be consistent with your workouts. Like, as long as you skip a week worth of workout, be consistent, and you'll see results.
Guidelines are at least 2 days a week, full body training, but not limited to 2 days. That's our presentation.
Get swole.